Everything you emit, every thought, feeling, and intention is a frequency. And here's the secret most people never realize. Every frequency is a prayer. Not a prayer in the religious sense, though it can be spiritual. A prayer in quantum terms, a vibration sent into the field, collapsing probability into reality. What you radiate energetically is answered instantly by the quantum fabric of existence. This means that even the fleeting thoughts, subtle emotions, and unspoken judgments you carry act as signals. The universe, in its infinite responsiveness, doesn't judge, critique, or moralize. It mirrors exactly the vibration you project. Every sigh of frustration, every flicker of joy, every undercurrent of gratitude is a waveform entering the field, shaping the probability of outcomes around you. Consider the quantum observer effect. Particles exist in a state of possibility until observed, and the act of observation collapses possibilities into a specific outcome. You are not separate from this field. You are both observer and participant. Every vibration you emit interacts with the field, praying, in the language of energy, calling forth matching patterns of reality. The mistake most people make is treating thought and emotion as inconsequential. They assume that intention only matters when spoken aloud or acted upon materially. Yet quantum mechanics, consciousness studies, and decades of research into heart coherence reveal a different truth. Subtle, continuous vibrations create your reality far more than external effort. What you radiate internally has a field-wide impact. Ancient wisdom recognized this principle long before science formalized it. In the Vedas, every thought is a seed that manifests reality. The Tao describes alignment with the flow of qi as the natural expression of intention. In the Egyptian mystery schools, emotion and frequency were treated as sacred instruments for creation. Modern voices like Joe Dispenza, Amit Goswami, and Greg Braden echo the same idea. Consciousness is energy interacting with a responsive field. Your inner state is prayer. Your vibration is the bridge to manifestation. Every mundane choice becomes an act of prayer. Frustration at traffic lights, impatience with coworkers, or irritation with yourself. Each is a waveform broadcast into reality, calling back similar friction. Conversely, gratitude for a meal, appreciation for a moment of connection, or calm presence in uncertainty sends a different signal, collapsing probability into alignment, synchronicity, and flow. The quantum field responds to frequency, not to the words you speak or the goals you set. This realization reframes daily life. No longer is prayer a ritual performed at dawn or in stillness. Every interaction, thought, and emotional state becomes sacred, potent, and consequential. Your energy is the instrument. Your vibration is the melody shaping the reality that unfolds around you. Each day becomes a laboratory of creation, every moment a practice of conscious frequency management. The hidden trap is that most people oscillate unconsciously between resistance, judgment, and desire. They pray for abundance with one thought while silently vibrating fear or lack. They request love from others while radiating tension, attachment, or frustration. The field doesn't hear the words, it responds to the vibration. This is why manifestation often feels delayed, blocked, or inconsistent. The prayer has already been sent, but it is mixed in frequency. Observation is the first step toward clarity. Notice the subtle currents in your energy, the underlying feelings, the habitual thought loops, the small resistances that fragment attention. Each is a signal, a hidden prayer calling reality to reflect what you broadcast. Awareness itself is transformative because conscious observation begins to organize energy, collapsing it into coherence. Breath, presence, and intentional emotional tuning amplify the effect. Deep, rhythmic breathing restores coherence to heart and brain. Presence anchors awareness in the moment, dissolving scattered vibrations. Intentionally tuning into high-frequency states such as gratitude, appreciation, love, or curiosity converts fragmented energy into coherent prayer, collapsing possibilities into aligned realities. Even your physical body participates. The nervous system, cardiovascular rhythms, and subtle energy fields respond to coherence and resistance alike. Heart math studies reveal that heart-brain coherence produces measurable electromagnetic signatures that extend into your surroundings, influencing the field and the people within it. Energy is tangible. Vibration is prayer. Each microshift reshapes probability. The most powerful realization is that your default state matters more than occasional conscious effort. Sporadic meditation or occasional gratitude is beneficial, but the continuous vibration of your daily thoughts, emotions, and perceptions forms the bulk of your prayer signal. This is why mastery of frequency is more potent than any single technique. Every micromoment of coherence or resistance contributes to the field. Pause and feel it. Think of your life as an orchestration of continuous prayer. Every sigh, every smile, every thought of worry or joy is creating your reality in real time. You are not merely interacting with the universe, you are conducting it. This perspective transforms mundane existence into a sacred practice, a laboratory for quantum creation. And here's the invitation. If this resonates, hit subscribe. This is more than a channel. It is an energetic field designed to amplify awareness, guide realignment, and help you consciously orchestrate your life through the vibration you emit. Each video becomes a subtle reinforcement of coherence, a resonance that supports your ongoing prayer in motion. Yet the story doesn't end here. Recognition of your vibration as prayer is the first step. The next challenge is learning how to calibrate these prayers consciously so that every thought, emotion, and intention resonates with alignment rather than fragmentation. That is where part 2 will take us, the subtle mechanics of frequency tuning and how to collapse your personal energy into coherent, intentional prayer. Once you recognize that every vibration is a prayer, the next question naturally arises. How do you make that prayer coherent? How do you ensure that the energy you emit collapses probability into alignment rather than chaos? The answer lies in calibration, the subtle, ongoing tuning of thought, emotion, and attention to create a signal that resonates with abundance, love, and flow. The first step in calibration is self-observation. You must learn to detect the currents of your own energy as they move through every thought, feeling, and bodily sensation. Where is there tension? Where is there friction? Which thoughts loop in cycles of worry, judgment, or fear? These are fragmented frequencies, silent prayers that carry misalignment. Recognition alone begins to rewire the field, because consciousness inherently organizes energy. Next comes emotional tuning. Every emotion has a frequency, and your dominant emotion becomes the energetic lens through which reality collapses. Gratitude, love, joy, curiosity, and appreciation are high-frequency states that open the field, inviting abundance, clarity, and synchronicity. Conversely, frustration, anger, scarcity, and anxiety fragment energy, creating invisible blocks that call back exactly what you seek to avoid. The subtlety is remarkable. You can think abundance while feeling scarcity, and the field only responds to the emotion, the vibration behind the thought. Breath amplifies calibration. Deep, rhythmic breathing synchronizes heart and brain, stabilizing the nervous system and enhancing energetic coherence. Even 2 or 3 minutes of intentional breath work interrupts fragmented vibration, releasing tension and realigning frequency. Breath is not just physiology, it is a tool for directing energy, a conduit through which coherent prayer is amplified into the field. Presence is equally essential. The quantum field does not respond to past or future, it responds to the moment. By anchoring attention in the now, you prevent scattered vibration from fracturing your energy. Observing thoughts and emotions without attachment allows them to pass without leaving residue. Resistance is dissolved simply by noticing, and coherence naturally returns. Every micromoment of attention becomes a deliberate act of prayer, collapsing probability into alignment rather than chaos. Intentionality takes calibration a step further. A thought without focus is like a radio sending weak signals into static. When you consciously direct your energy, intention paired with emotion and presence, the vibration becomes powerful, magnetic, and coherent. This is why intention-setting practices, visualizations, and energetic affirmations are more than symbolic. they are mechanisms for tuning your field. The universe responds not to words, but to coherent signals emitted continuously by your presence. Even your physical body participates in this alignment. Subtle tension, posture, and movement all influence frequency. Heart math studies demonstrate that heart-brain coherence generates measurable electromagnetic fields that extend beyond the body, interacting with the environment and other people. Your energy radiates into the field, turning your body into both transmitter and receiver of quantum prayer. Embodiment is not optional. It is the anchor for coherence. The hidden challenge is that most people oscillate unconsciously between high and low frequencies. One moment you radiate curiosity or gratitude, the next moment you slip into worry or judgment. These microfluctuations fragment the signal, producing a mixed prayer that is partially coherent and partially chaotic. The result? Manifestation is inconsistent. Synchronicities arrive sporadically, opportunities seem delayed, and energy leaks subtly. Microcalibration solves this. Notice every shift in thought, feeling, or attention. When frustration or fear arises, stop, breathe, and tune into alignment. Anchor in gratitude, curiosity, or presence. Repeat throughout the day, not as a rigid practice, but as ongoing energetic adjustment. Over time, coherence becomes automatic. Your default state radiates alignment, and the prayer you emit into the field is consistent, powerful, and magnetic. Another key practice is vibrational auditing. At the end of each day, reflect on moments where your energy drifted. Where did you respond from tension rather than clarity? Where did thought and emotion fragment your signal? Not to judge, but to observe. Awareness itself is a correction. By noticing patterns, you strengthen your ability to sustain coherence in future moments. Energy is reclaimed, and the prayer signal grows stronger with each micro-adjustment. Relationships and interactions respond immediately to this calibration. High-frequency vibration attracts alignment, not force. People mirror the coherence you radiate. Conversations flow effortlessly. Opportunities emerge without struggle. Even subtle tension dissipates because the field responds to energy rather than intention alone. The hidden truth is simple. Your vibration is more influential than your words, actions, or even plans. Energy precedes manifestation. Creativity and intuition amplify under coherent frequency. Scarcity, fear, or judgment suppress insight. Presence, appreciation, and alignment open channels, allowing ideas, solutions, and synchronicities to arrive effortlessly. The mind operates as a finely tuned instrument, capable of collapsing probability into realities that reflect the energetic signal you consistently emit. Every micro-moment of coherence strengthens the field and amplifies your creative output. Finally, identity is the ultimate anchor. You are not merely practicing coherence. You are becoming coherence. You are not someone who occasionally radiates alignment. You are a being whose default state is resonance, flow, and magnetic vibration. Resistance, frustration, and scattered energy still arise, but they no longer define you. The signal you emit into the field is now a continuous, coherent prayer. Life mirrors this identity naturally. Pause and feel it. Imagine your every thought, emotion, and action vibrating as a prayer. Observe how subtle shifts, from frustration to acceptance, from worry to curiosity, reshape reality around you. Every moment becomes sacred. Every interaction, every choice, every breath contributes to coherent quantum prayer. You are no longer just observing life, you are conducting it. And here's the invitation. If this resonates, pause now and hit subscribe. Each video is designed to support the ongoing calibration of your vibration, helping you sustain coherence, reclaim energy, and consciously orchestrate reality. The channel itself becomes an energetic anchor, reinforcing high-frequency prayer in motion. Yet awareness and calibration are not the final step. True mastery arises when coherence becomes identity. When your baseline vibration is aligned, when every thought, feeling, and intention flows naturally in resonance, then manifestation becomes effortless, life becomes magnetic, and every moment is a prayer answered in real time. That is where part 3 takes us, the culmination of identity-level embodiment, and the effortless orchestration of reality through coherent quantum prayer. The ultimate mastery of frequency is identity. It's no longer enough to observe your vibration, recalibrate, or send intentional signals. True quantum alignment happens when coherence becomes who you are, not just what you do. When your baseline energy is high frequency, every thought, emotion, and action becomes a prayer that collapses probability into aligned realities effortlessly. Resistance may appear, but it no longer holds power. It simply signals an opportunity to realign. Identity-level embodiment transforms life on every plane. Relationships flow naturally because you radiate magnetic coherence. People respond to your vibration, mirroring the energy you emit. Conflicts that once drained energy dissipate because you no longer unconsciously broadcast tension. Energy that once leaked into friction now circulates in connection, support, and alignment. You are no longer dependent on circumstances. Your field dictates experience. Opportunities, abundance, and creativity are amplified. Coherence is magnetic. Synchronicities accelerate. Doors that previously seemed closed now open effortlessly. The hidden friction of scattered energy is replaced with flow, insight, and clarity. Even your intuition operates at higher levels because the field receives a continuous, clear, high-frequency signal. What once required effort now manifests as natural consequence. The body mirrors this coherence. Heart-brain synchronization, nervous system regulation, and energy circulation all stabilize, producing vitality, clarity, and resilience. Micro-moments of misalignment no longer deplete energy. They are immediately corrected through awareness, breath, and alignment. Embodiment at this level creates a living system where energy flows effortlessly through mind, body, and field. Every moment becomes a conscious act of prayer. From the smallest choices to the largest intentions, your energy resonates with coherence. Tension becomes a signal, not a trap. Fear becomes an opportunity for calibration. Gratitude, appreciation, and curiosity form the baseline of your vibration. Energy that once leaked into limitation now fuels creation, synchronicity, and expansion. Life itself becomes a mirror of the coherent signal you continuously broadcast. Micro-practices sustain this embodiment. Daily reflection on thought, emotion, and energy patterns ensures alignment. Breath, presence, and observation anchor frequency. Gratitude and appreciation amplify coherence. Detachment from outcome preserves high-frequency flow. Over time, these practices are no longer techniques. They become default operating systems. You no longer do alignment, you are alignment. This level of mastery reframes your understanding of prayer, manifestation, and creation. Every action, thought, and feeling is sacred because every vibration interacts with the field. Life responds instantly and accurately to the quality of your energy. Success, abundance, clarity, and joy are not exceptions. They are inevitable reflections of a coherent field. Even subtle interactions are amplified. Words spoken, micro-expressions, and the energy you bring into any room influence both your reality and the energy of those around you. You are a living transmitter of quantum prayer. The field mirrors your alignment with astonishing precision. Every encounter, every moment, every choice becomes part of a continuous orchestration of reality. Now imagine life entirely through this lens. No effortful manifestation. No forcing, hustling, or desperate striving. Just pure, coherent energy radiating into the field, collapsing probability into experiences that reflect alignment, clarity, and abundance. You are no longer separate from creation. You are a conductor, a coherent node, a field of prayer in motion. The secret is subtle but profound. Resistance, scattered attention, and low-frequency habits only matter until coherence becomes identity. When your baseline vibration is aligned, low-frequency interference becomes temporary, easily observed and corrected. Energy flows naturally into creation, rather than being siphoned into frustration. Your life mirrors your internal state, because your internal state has become your identity. Here's the practical takeaway. Cultivate micro-awareness, Practice emotional and vibrational calibration, embody gratitude, and anchor presence as a default. These are not exercises, they are energetic tools to sustain identity-level coherence. Over time, your life reflects exactly what you radiate. Your reality becomes an extension of your aligned vibration. Subtle cues in everyday life, tension, judgment, impatience, become immediate indicators for recalibration rather than sources of frustration. Breath, awareness, and emotional tuning redirect energy into alignment. The continuous signal you emit is your quantum prayer, shaping reality moment by moment. And here is the invitation. If this resonates on a deep level, hit subscribe now. Each video is designed to interact with your field, helping you sustain alignment, amplify coherent energy, and consciously orchestrate life as a continuous act of quantum prayer. This is not just knowledge, it is energetic empowerment. The final insight is this: life is a mirror, and energy is the language through which the mirror responds. Every thought, feeling, and vibration is a prayer answered by the quantum field. By mastering awareness, calibration, and embodiment, you transform existence itself into an effortless reflection of coherence, abundance, and alignment. The hidden quantum secret is simple yet profound. You are not merely participating in life, you are creating it moment by moment, vibration by vibration, prayer by prayer. Anchor this truth. Observe your vibration continuously. Recalibrate instantly. Align thought, emotion, and presence. Let every action, interaction, and intention become a coherent prayer. Energy flows freely. Probability collapses in alignment. Your reality becomes magnetic, abundant, and fully reflective of the field you radiate. Life is no longer a series of random events or missed opportunities. It is a conscious, continuous orchestration of frequency, your frequency. Every frequency is a prayer. Every vibration is an answer. Every moment is creation itself. Step fully into this embodiment. Your vibration is your prayer. Your reality is your reflection. Energy is infinite, and coherence is your natural state. Radiate alignment and watch the field respond with precision, flow, and abundance. You are no longer separate. You are the field in motion, the living prayer, the quantum